Welcome into I Said What I Said. I'm Brad Wakai. That's Tyson Gentry. This is our NFL picks episode. We're in week 5, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. I can't believe the time is flying. That is for sure. I got my Phillies hat on. Tyson is a Mets fan. We got a huge series starting on Saturday where we're going to be mano-a-mano. Should be a fun time, though, brother.
I think you're more nervous than I am, which is a weird spot to be as a Mets fan. I'm excited. We get to finally go on the Nationals, Phillies, Braves run from wild card all the way to World Series champs. So let's do
it. All right. Before we get into the upcoming week 5, what we always do is be transparent about what we did last week. And folks, we got some mixed reviews here. I was actually finally able to have a winning week. My goodness. Bengals play of the week, -4.5 got home. Colts money line at plus money got home for me. Titans, Dolphins over 36.5. I don't want to hear about you people bitching and moaning about the under. That thing should have gone way over. And they ran it on 4th down. They should have kicked a field goal, first of all. I mean, that was insane. So Lions -4.5. That got home, and I think it was actually 3.5. And I know it closed 4.5, but I got it 3.5, gave it out in the show. And then how about this? I was one field goal away from going 5-0 this week. How about the Jets dropping the teaser leg at -1.5? What a disgusting ending to that game. But I'll take a 2.79 positive week, Tyson. It's been a tough sledding for me.
I think you need to start taking the two teams on your teaser and just betting the other team money line, because one of those two somehow is losing outright. I went 1-3. I had a bad week in the NFL and in college. Go check out that betting show too. We're getting some get back there. But Chiefs Chargers under 39.5. I told you guys I'm playing Chargers under every single week that I can until it doesn't hit. Unfortunately, I can't this week, or else I might not hit the board. Play of the week: Commanders Cardinals under 15.5. Idiot. What are you thinking? The Commanders get there by themselves. Steelers Colts under 40.5. Idiot. I didn't know Justin Fields was going to turn back the clock and look like Ohio State, though. That's shout out Gus Bradley. And then Eagles Bucks under 42.5. Idiot. I thought Jalen Hurts was going to protect the ball. I thought the Eagles could maybe stop a nosebleed. I was wrong on both counts.
I was wrong. It was a tough week, Tyson, for all unders. I finally came through. So, little housekeeping. I'm still down 8.07 units on the season. Tyson's still positive plus 0.16. So just scratching the surface. But as a show, we're down 7.91. So we got some work to do. We definitely got some work to do. And that's why we got to get into the picks for this week.
It's money-making time.
All right, Tyson. Normally, I'd hand it off I'd start because I had the winning week, and I feel like that's the way we want to go here. But I had a winning week by handing you the tee box last week. So I'll throw it to you. I'll be the gentleman here. Do you want to start first? Do you want me to step back and do the bad box here?
Look, I'm not saying what you did was a birdie. I don't like stepping in front of birdies, but you know what? I'll bite the bullet. My play of the week this week is the Denver Broncos -2.5. Trade rumors with Devontae Adams. That's going to unite the team. That's going to get the Raiders fired up. We saw what happens when you doubt the Raiders. They go out and they win a football game. Michael Mayer's missing too. We don't know where he went. It's deeper, and I understand they were able to go out and beat a horrible team a week ago and make people forget about this. I think the Raiders are closer to quitting than you do. Max Crosby's hurt as well. The Broncos, you know what unites a team? Is beating the New York Jets, winning a game the way that they won a game. I like the Broncos here. I think this is a good spot for them.
Tyson, my play of the week, Ravens-Bengals over 48.5, -115 on FanDuel. Now, it's under the key number of 49, so I do like that. Now, I am a little nervous, I'll say, because it's a divisional game. They're familiar with each other. But these defenses are just not very good, man. The Bengals are 29th in EPA per play. Ravens are 25th. Like the loss of Mike McDonald is severe. And I know they look good against the hot Buffalo Bills last weekend. It's a week-to-week league, man. Stuff happens, and you kind of got to flush it. For the majority of the season, the Ravens have not been a good defense. Now, they are good at offense, both teams are. Bengals 4th in EPA, Ravens 5th in EPA. This is a team that can run the football, both sides. When looking at advanced stats, I think both are going to be able to move the ball through the air. And I think we're going to see some points in this one. So that's my play of the week, over 48.5.
I just hope T. Higgins gets in the end zone. I'm sick of saying it. Just let him in. This is where my card gets gross. I'm starting off here with the Carolina Panthers money line. And it's sitting at plus 168 on FanDuel. I know that the whole too deep on defense is out, and the Bears should, in theory, be able to run the ball. I think we already got our DeAndre Swift game. I'm not scared of Roshan Johnson, and I think that the Panthers can come out here and grind out a victory in another Andy Dalton revenge game. Give me the plus 168.
Well, Tyson and I are going mano-a-mano then, because for my next play, I got the Seahawks Bears money line parlay plus 104 on DraftKings. And I mean, you want to the Bears defense, dude, they're good. They're second in EPA per play, going up against the Carolina Panthers team. You know, Andy Dalton, the savior, this and that. And sure, it's fine, but everybody's hurt. I mean, legitimately, are they going to be able to block the Bears? Are they going to be able to do anything on that side of the ball? And yeah, Caleb Williams, rookie, and it hasn't looked good at times. This Panthers defense is already bad, 27th in EPA, and then they're all banged up. You got tons of injuries to important guys. I kind of feel bad for Carolina, but I want to hit this bet, and I want to go mano-a-mano, finally win one against Tyson, for God's sake. So that's my first leg of this thing. Now, the Seahawks, I'm just taking them in the money line here as well. I don't think the Giants are going to have Malik Neighbors. So there's a chance that these odds change, but I just don't see the Seahawks losing this one. How about these stats? Faves on short rest, Tyson, compared to their opponent, obviously. I mean, Giants played on Thursday Night Football. Faves coming out on short rest, 43, 13, and 1 straight up the last 20 years, 27, 6, and 1 if they're favorites of 4 points or more straight up. I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive, right? But I guess that shows why they're such a big favorite. They're that much better of a team, even with the rest advantage. Geno 16 and 5 straight up when a favorite of 3 points or more. 6-0 straight up as a favorite of 5 points or more. So Geno front runner. I thought the offense looked better last week. They're going to take advantage of a poor Giants defense.
It makes me want to take Giants money line. I'm not even going to lie to you. But instead, I'm gonna go somewhere else in New York. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills to take down the Houston Texans. I know they're going on the road, and Houston has been fine this year. They're good at home. They're good at NRG. But I think that Buffalo can heat CJ Stroud up. I think he's made more mistakes early this season than he did pretty much all of last season. And people are a little bit slow to catch on to that right now. This is a bounce back spot for the Buffalo Bills. We're still the bully on the block.
Tyson, this is a classic double dip, man. I'm laying them with the Seahawks as well as a straight play, -6.5, -110 on FanDuel. Again, Neighbors is out. I have no clue how the Giants are going to be able to move the football. Like, does Wan'Dale Robinson scare you? Not to me, and not to a Seahawks defense that is really good. I mean, yeah, they got shredded up by the Lions. That's a spot thing. Going on the road, Lions really needed it. We already expected that offense is going to be good. They have tons of weapons. But the Seahawks defense, 4th in EPA overall, 2nd against the pass, 11th against the run. Devin Singletary might be out too. Not that he's like a world beater or anything, but that's a lack of depth in the running game for the Giants. So if you turn them into one-dimensional and you got Daniel Jones without Malik Neighbors, this thing could get ugly. And the Seahawks offense, that looked good, especially with Ken Walker back. They're only 25th in EPA per rush, and I think that's largely because he missed time. The Giants defense is 19th in EPA per rush. I think they can run wild. I think Geno's going to be able to throw on the secondary, and this is going to get ugly in Seattle.
Did you see this Dexter Lawrence Chunky's commercial on during the game tonight?
I missed it.
He's got to account. He's the only reason that they're 19th. I think that's a big man, brother.
Yeah. I think he might be out.
Yeah, I think so too. But he wasn't out in that commercial. He was flexing through his shirt, eating Chunky's soup. My next one here, this is my last gross one, I promise. The Cleveland Browns in a classic letdown spot here for the Washington Commanders. It's been going so good. Everything has been rolling well. This is the scariest part to me, Brad, is if this was any other quarterback in the NFL, I'd feel so confident in whoever the Commanders were playing. It feels weird to say that we might get a good Deshaun Watson game because I don't believe it. I don't think so. And the Browns defense doesn't travel. I know I'm walking into a trap here, but at a certain point, man, this is getting to we're getting 2007 Tom Brady comparisons through the first 4 games of Jaden Daniels' career. I think the Browns go out, they run the football, they win the game. No Brian Robinson is huge, I think, for Washington.
Tyson, I'm going to an over, and you want to talk about me stepping into one. How about Cardinals 49ers over 49.5 -110 on FanDuel? It's above the key number. I hate it. Unders have been hitting, especially when it's 50 points or hovering around there. So this is already gross. But this is another classic case of good offenses versus bad defenses. 49ers 7th in EPA, Arizona 8th, 49ers 23rd in EPA on defense, Cardinals 17th. That's a lot of keeping in front. That's a lot of let's not give up the big play. A lot of Johnny Gann's type of defense that we've seen Kyle Shanahan shred apart in the past. 49ers are getting healthier. They're ready to roll. They're at home. They want to make a statement. Cardinals, conversely, they got embarrassed last week against the Commanders. I think they come in focused. I think they're ready to put up points. We were talking about this. Tyson and I were about maybe a backdoor potential. I'm just going to go with the over because taking the points is scary with the Cards. Laying them right now with the 49ers is scary. So let's just score some points and let's root for this thing to go over the total.
And please involve Trey McBride as much as you can. He's back from the concussion. Let the dude eat if you're the Arizona Cardinals here. My next one, and this one, it makes me sick to my stomach, but I'm laying it with the Jacksonville Jaguars here. Laying the money, that is minus 148 here. I think that they're going to win the game. I think they probably should have won the game a week ago. And they didn't, and maybe that's going to have some adverse effects. I still don't know what's going on in Jacksonville. Like Travis Etienne did something bad to somebody because he doesn't get to play anymore. I don't know what any of this stuff is, but it's going to be rainy, wet, and disgusting. And I think that the Colts are going to trot out Anthony Richardson here, and I think that's a death knell for the Indianapolis Colts. If it's Flacco, I'm losing this bet.
Tyson, I love how you said you're not going to have any more gross ones, and you ended with the grossest one you could, which is laying money with the Jags.
It's a rope-a-dope.
Well, don't worry, dude. I'm here with you. I'm laying the points, though. Minus 2.5, minus 120 on FanDuel. I think the Jags win. They have to win this game. I mean, legitimately have to. And I'm maybe that's just a stupid angle to look at, and it's just completely absurd. But Tyson, remember when the Colts are like always coming in with hype and expectations, and the Jags suck? What happens every single time they go to Jacksonville? They get embarrassed. Trevor Lawrence is 5-1 against the spread against the Colts. It's the only team in the division he has a winning record against. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. He's 3-0 against the spread at home. The Colts, this is what's hilarious, 1-7 against the spread in Jacksonville or against Jacksonville since 2020. That includes home games. They're 14, 26, and 2 against the spread in the last freaking 20 years. This is a house of horrors. This is a team of horrors for the Colts. And everybody's like, oh, Jags suck. Yeah, we've called them out. They do suck. But this is a week-to-week league. And the Jacksonville Jaguars need to win a football game, and they're going to do it against the Indianapolis Colts.
I just hope that Dougie P doesn't pack up at halftime and just decide, you know what, I actually don't want to work here anymore. Let's sit on this thing.
Tyson, my last one. God, I'm being a stubborn MFer. But one of these things has got to get home because everybody says, oh, tease. So I'm taking Jets up to 8.5, Cowboys up to 8.5. It's minus 120, 6-point teas are on DraftKings. Folks, my God, one of these has got to get home, please. And I'm doing things the right way, for God's sake. Going through key numbers, getting it in low totals. Jets plus 8.5 in London. I think you got to throw out the priors here. I mean, everybody is just enamored with the Vikings, and for good reason. I mean, Sam Darnold looks like an MVP candidate. This defense looks awesome under Flores. On the Jets side of things, they suck. I mean, this offense is gross. Right? I mean, it's been bad, but let's take this thing up to 8.5. I don't think they get blown out. This is a really good defense still that the Jets have. I think they can keep it close, get a couple turnover against Darnold, force him into some things that he doesn't want to do where he's uncomfortable. And Aaron Rodgers, maybe let's get Garrett Wilson involved a little bit more. I mean, you guys were butt buddies in the freaking offseason. Let's throw him the rock a little bit and let's get this kid involved in the offense. And Breece Hall, show up a little bit. You're going to get your job taken. This is insane. So that's my angle on the Jets plus 8.5. And Cowboys plus 8.5. Sunday Night Football, primetime dog. I'm taking this thing up over the touchdown. I just don't see a way that this Steelers offense can blow out the Cowboys. I'm nervous that Micah Parsons is out, but the Steelers have an injury across their offensive line. James Daniels tore his Achilles, interior guy there. I think there's going to be some pressure on Justin Fields. Sure, he can run around a little bit and make some plays, but Tyson, again, this is a house of cards that I think is going to fall apart here soon. We know it's a ball-hawking defense for the Cowboys. Like, they are looking for mistakes. Justin Fields puts one in the air. I think we could see some turnovers. And Dak Prescott, man, this offense got to figure some things out. I don't know if the Steelers secondary is going to be able to hold up. Maybe if TJ Watt just wrecks the game here and Dak Prescott turns into the pumpkin Dak Prescott, but this teaser's got to get home, man. I mean, come on.
I love how you said that people have to let go of their priors, and then you bet on the Jets again.
It's just a numbers game, baby. It's just a numbers game.
I'm just messing with you. I would point out, though, that Justin Fields, if like the Jags own the Colts, if Justin Fields owns any NFL team, his best game as a pro was against the Dallas Cowboys. And we just saw Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens kind of run wild. That one scares me a little bit more than the Jets.
Yeah. I'm nervous now, too. I just can't believe none of these teams have gotten home. It's been frustrating.
I just can't believe you keep losing the game outright. That's what's blowing my mind.
And then the favorites I teased down. That's what I probably should have done, is just tease the dogs up, especially when it was to that point. But all right, that's enough of us bitching and moaning. Tyson, there are some other plays I was looking at. Where can they find the picks that we are giving out when it gets to the weekend?
Discord. The group name, as I said, what I said. As Brad mentioned, we got NFL, we got long shot, we got MLB, we got college football, whatever you want. We're doing, I think Brad bet on 37 soccer matches today, something like that, right in the neighborhood. But whatever sport you can think of, we're in there. We just want to know what you're playing too.
And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Smash the like button on the way out. Stay subscribed because we got a bunch of good stuff coming for you this football season. Enjoy the weekend, whether you're watching NFL, whether you're watching college football. Go back if you're curious about our college picks. We just did that one before. We hope you have a great time this weekend. We'll be back early next week breaking down what we just saw on the NFL side and college football side. Till then, peace.